Welcome to Sweet Talk SLP. I'm Krystle and I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist. And for today's video, I will be reviewing Cari's silly sounds. But before we get started, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. Also like this video and share it with your friends. Let's get started. So as I mentioned, I will be reviewing Cari's silly sounds. Speech language pathologist Cari Ebert has a set of cards that she sells. And if you're not familiar with them, let me give you some background on these cards. And so I'll actually be reviewing two sets of cards because I purchased two. I have her original Cari's Silly Sounds set A right here, but I also have it in Spanish. So Los Sonidos Divertidos de Cari, or Cari, de Cari. How would you say that in Spanish? But yes, these are the cards right here. And so let me give you some information about it and then we can kind of get into the review. So each of these sets retails for $29.95 with or without a clear plastic case box that they come in. You get to choose if you want the box or don't want the box. She also has sets where you can purchase multiple card sets because she does have her silly sounds in 3 different sets, set A, B, and C. And then of course there's a Spanish one, and then she has verb cards and all different types of cards. So I went with the original set A in English, and in Spanish there's only one set, and so I went with that one. Both sets contain 24 cards, and the different cards contain silly sound effects for kids. So let me take one out of here so it's not so shiny, hopefully. So it's a little sheep and it has ba, ba. And so they're all very simple sounds for our littles to imitate for some of our sounds. I'll see some of my favorites here. A lot of them are animal sounds. Right here. Oh, I like this one. This one's not an animal sound, but I do like this one. Ooh. So, and then again in Spanish, pío pío. Wow, wow. So very nice, colorful cards. They are sized 4x6 is what I think the sizing is. Does it tell us here? I don't think it does, but I think it's 4x6. And she created this in mind so that you could put them in these Dollar Tree photo albums because they fit perfectly in here. So yeah, it has to be a 4x6. And so usually they sell smaller albums that fit one whole set, and I had them separated in 2 separate sets. However, at the time that I purchased those albums, they were a harder cardboard cover and not just like all plastic all around. And so I had them in those 2, but I really didn't like the way that it came out. And then next time I went to the dollar store, I found this big one that could fit both of them. And I just preferred it better. So I do have the Spanish backwards coming in this way and then the English this way. So, and I feel like some of the English ones you can use with Spanish kids and vice versa. Some of them overlap. So it's just a good fit for me to have them in here. So that is what these are. These are just cards to use and play. And with your littles, you can use them with children with apraxia. You can practice speech sounds with them, or for your early language learners, just to make some fun, silly sounds while they're learning. I sometimes attach them with toys. So for example, if I have a hammer toy, I will take out the hammer card and have it nearby, and I will use boom, boom, boom with the hammer that I'm playing with, but also have the picture to coordinate, or the animals or whatever it is that we're working with. So this is what we are reviewing today. And I'm reviewing them both together. So as an English therapist, a Spanish therapist, or a bilingual therapist, I will tell you my thoughts for both of these sets. So as a reminder, all of my reviews have 5 parameters. They are storage, price, child response, functionality, and overall. So let's go over storage. I'm going to give these a 5 out of 5. I think that they store very well. You can keep them task box. That's what it's called. It comes in a clear task box. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Michael's sells those big square boxes with all those little rainbow boxes that teachers and SLPs have to put trinkets in and cards and all those things. So the set, if you want, will come in a clear task box, which I think is really neat. very small. It doesn't take up a lot of room, and or you can put them in a photo album. And so it makes storage easy. I keep this in one of my therapy bags, and it's easy to store. So I have no big problem with them. It is a little fat, but I do have 2 sets in here, so I don't mind that. I'm willing to have a fatter book here just so that I can keep them all together. Price. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. If you're familiar with my channel and you have been watching my review videos, you know that I don't like to spend more than $15. If it's more than $15, I usually don't give it more than a 4 out of 5. However, I purchased these when I didn't want to purchase the Bjorn speech sound cue cards because I didn't want to spend the money. And to me, I was like, ooh, I can get 2 sets for the price of that 1 set. So that was my thinking. And you know, the cards are different. They're not as durable and hard as the Bjorn speech sound cue cards are, but they are bigger. And I feel like for the young population that you use them with, you do need them to be bigger and brighter and more simple. So I love that about it. As I'm filming this, she is having a sale right now, and I think it might be like $5 off. And so they do go on sale from time to time. I believe when this video goes live, the sale will have already been over because the sale ends, I think it's October 31st. But you can get them a little bit more affordably, or you can buy sets and pay less by bundling some of these sets. They didn't have, I don't think they had an English-Spanish set. Otherwise, I would have purchased them together in that like English-Spanish set. I would have liked that. That would have, you know, made it easier for me. But overall, I feel like the price is fair for what you're getting for these cards. So more expensive than traditional cards, but they are made by a speech language pathologist, and you know, they do promote early language skills. So I feel like the price is fair. Child response. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I have some kids that love these cards, and I have some kids that throw them at me. And I wouldn't say it's that they don't like it, it's just they're harder for them to understand and play with. And so I have to be careful when I do bring them out because they're just not made for all kids. Just like every toy is not made for every kid. So I would love to give it a 5 out of 5 because the kids that do love it really do love it. But, you know, for the sake of how often I've been using it with the kids that I've been using it and the response that I've been getting, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Functionality. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I feel like they do what they're supposed to do. They make it fun and helpful to work on some of those early sounds and some of those early language learning for your littles, right? It helps. I feel like it's helped with first words and, you know, or the first few words for kids. And so I feel like parents have been very happy to see that. I've been very happy to see that. I really like the way they work and they were created. So I am considering buying other sets, but I have not yet. I do know that they're on sale, but I'm also kind of on a no-buy because I've been going crazy on speech therapy materials. So for now, I'm really happy with the 2 sets. And overall, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I really enjoy these cards. I do. Now, as a bilingual speech language pathologist, I feel like you could get away with just having 1 set. You don't necessarily have to have both because you can make the English one sound more Spanish or the Spanish one sound more English. And there are some overlap in the sounds anyways. So I feel like you could get 1 set and it would be all right. If you're extra like me, you can get both. Or if you have predominantly English, go with the English, or predominantly Spanish, go with the Spanish. I went for both, and I'm happy that I did. But I also saw that some of her English set, her silly sounds, there's 3 sets, a set A, B, and C. And set B and C have a few of the Spanish cards in there with different sounds, like it's in English, but some of the same pictures, like the little bird in Spanish that has bio bio is in one of her other sets, and it might, I don't know if it says chirp chirp or what it says, or peep peep. So for that reason, I haven't purchased some of the other sets, although I've considered it, but yeah. Overall, 5 out of 5. They are really cute. So I do recommend them. In fact, I had another SLP sit in one of my sessions recently because she was going to take over the care of one of my kiddos. And at the end of the session, she was like, what are those cards? I'm like, oh, they're the Cari Silly Sounds. So yeah, so I do recommend them. If you don't already have them, I would recommend buying at least one set and protecting them, putting them in a little book or keeping them in the little, you know, task box. Why can't I remember that name today? To keep them safe. I mean, I imagine you could laminate them also, but for now, I feel like this works just fine. The little book was $1 at Dollar Tree. And if I have another kid that pulls out the pages, because that happened with my other books, then I'll just buy another one for $1. So no big deal. Highly recommend. Do you already own these cards? If so, which set do you have? And what are your thoughts on it? Do I need more? Please don't tell me yes. Please don't tell me yes. That's all I have for now. I want to thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. Ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of my weekly uploads. Like this video, share it with your friends, come back. Also, please leave your feedback down below. Are there any resources that you'd like me to review that I have not reviewed already, or anything in particular that you'd like to see? I have some really fun things coming up soon, so you definitely want to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you're notified. Again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.